New tonight at 11, as students head back to class for the new school year, you may be wondering if they're going to be learning about critical race theory. It's something that's been making headlines lately. Our Verify team has the answer.
The question, will critical race theory be taught in Carolina K-12 schools this year? Let's verify. Our sources, the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, the South Carolina Department of Education, and Catawba College Chair of Political Science, Dr. Michael Bitzer. So first of all, what is critical race theory?
Critical race theory is an assumption about how the world works. And this was developed in law schools in the late 1970s and 1980s to say that just as the law can be political, so too can the law be based on race.
Looking at dictionary.com's definition, critical race theory is a concept framework that considers the impact of historic law and social structures on the present-day perpetuation of racial inequality.
Oftentimes, what critical race theory puts forward is the notion that inherently race is found within our legal structures, within our government operations, and that we need to take that into consideration when public policies are made.
Professor Bitzer tells us this is only taught in higher education, specifically law school.
It is not an educational approach at the K-12 curriculum.
So is it going to be taught in the Carolinas? We went straight to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and South Carolina Department of Education. NCDPI sent us this statement saying, in part, quote, critical race theory is not included in the state's board's approved social studies standards, nor is it supported by the NC Department of Public Instruction. Meanwhile, South Carolina Department of Ed sent us a statement from the state superintendent that says, in part, the critical race theory ideology has no place in South Carolina schools and classrooms. The South Carolina Department of Education has no current proposed standard that includes CRT concepts and will not be adopting CRT standards nor applying any funding that requires or incentivizes the adoption of these concepts in our classrooms. The South Carolina legislature also passed a bill that disallows critical race theory to be taught in schools. North Carolina did update its social studies curriculum, but according to NCDPI's website, it does not include critical race theory.
What the curriculum standards are trying to do is to bring about not just one point of view, but multiple point of views.
So we can verify that no, critical race theory will not be taught in Carolina K-12 schools.
Several other states have also passed bills that would not allow critical race theory in public schools. But as Dr. Bitzer explained, this theory is usually taught in law school or grad school.